more highly of a kid?
He's a great kid on and off the field, and just so proud of him and everything he's accomplished, but really looking forward to the next chapter and what he's going to accomplish out of Iowa.
What do you think? How do you think he fits in?
He's the perfect fit for Iowa. You know, he's the prototypical kid of what they're looking for. He's a big kid, but you know, also a kid that's going to work hard in the weight room and do everything they ask. You know, off the field as well.
Have you seen him transform into a D1 player for the last 4 years?
You know, you always thought that as he was growing up, he was a pretty big kid, even in junior tackle, and thought that he had a chance, but you know, he was up as a freshman, and as a sophomore, just needed to get in the weight room. He's had those 2 years in the weight room now, and was an absolute force this year on the field, and you know, certainly deserves this Division I honor.
What's your advice to him going into college?
I think Tyler just needs to continue to be who he is, and I know that he'll do that. He's got a great work ethic. He's got a great personality, great character, and he's got all the tools on the field. So I wouldn't tell him to change a whole lot. Just be coachable and continue to learn from the best, in the nation.
You think he could add a lot more weight? Does he have a kind of frame where he could bowl hooks a lot more?
Yeah, I haven't talked real a whole lot to the coaching staff out of Iowa about where they want him, but he's sitting at 6'6", 300. For the most part, and I don't know if they're going to try to put a little bit of weight on him or not, but I know they probably don't want to sacrifice his speed and athleticism with the way he pulls and stuff like that.
Tell us a little bit about his football IQ. I mean, you always think it's the quarterback and not the offensive lineman that had that high IQ, but what's his football IQ like?
On the offensive line, I know he made some decisions, especially in that state championship game, on some adjustments that we made blocking scheme-wise up front. We also had a play that I told him, it's up to you and whether you want to pull and loop through the hole or not. So, those things I left up to him. And by the time he was a senior and had been coach for a few years, he knew exactly what we were trying to accomplish.
So throughout the recruiting process with all the different coaches coming in, what were some of the things like on the field wise that they really liked about Tyler?
I think the obvious is his size, but I think the way that he moves is a huge plus for an offensive lineman. We pull and trap a lot, and he's on the edge a lot, and just to see him run and be in front of the backs, I think is pretty impressive.
You think he could play either inside or outside at Iowa?
I think so. He's kind of a tweener. I know they're looking at him like, guard or center, but I think he's long enough also that he could probably bump out the tackle. He grew like another inch in the last year.
Okay.